it's Reagan, and today I'm filming my October wrap-up on Halloween. That's right, it's Halloween, and if you're wondering what I was going as this year, well, this should be a pretty good hint. It's Luna Lovegood. But yes, I'm not gonna film in these glasses the whole time because they are wonky. It's like, it makes your sight very peculiar. But that being said, we're gonna go ahead and move on with the wrap-up. I've read 6 books this month, so we're just gonna go ahead and get started. First thing I completed this month was Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, the newly illustrated edition, illustrated by the one and only Jim Kay. This was released this year, and if you're not aware, which I'm sure you are, Scholastic is re-releasing each Harry Potter book, one a year for the next 7 years with illustrations. I read this, totally loved it. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of the Harry Potter story, but it was kind of a new experience reading it with illustrations. So that being said, I'm going to anticipate the new books coming out every year for the next 7 years, which is pretty exciting too. Just having the ability to anticipate something Harry Potter again makes this whole thing just extra magical and wonderful. I love Harry Potter. I mean, I'm dressing up as Luna Lovegood for Halloween, and I also just threw a Harry Potter party last night, but if you didn't, I just love Harry Potter, okay? I just came to the conclusion that pretty much everything I read this month was middle grade. I like middle grade adventure stories. Anyway, the next thing I read this month was Magnus Chase, Sword of Summer, the first book to the new Gods of Asgard series that Rick Riordan is currently doing. This is a trilogy, I want to say, that is centering around Norse mythology, which is awesome. I really enjoyed this book, and in fact this is probably my favorite cover of all of the books released. I know that has nothing to do with the plot, but I just thought I would say it. He has pretty covers. This is my favorite though. I did an individual review of this book, which I will leave down below, so I'm not going to go in too much detail about my thoughts in this video, but I gave it 5 stars. I thought it was a really interesting story. Definitely we had a lot of new fresh characters that haven't been seen in the Percy Jackson world, which I thought was cool. It was hilarious. It had the adventure you're used to seeing in Rick Riordan's books, and I enjoyed it very much. So next up, I reread another 2 books, and they were 2 books in the series of Unfortunate Events, and it was first up, The Miserable Mill and The Austere Academy by Lemony Snicket. The Austere Academy is hands down one of my favorite ones in the series, so I was really excited to reread them. These books are just so dark, and I haven't read them since I was like 8, so it's been really kind of fun to revisit them, the stories themselves, and kind of see how this is happening. They're really great. Obviously, everything is really obvious, especially when you're 21 years old reading a plot designed for children. But I still find the stories to be totally engrossing, dark, and even still creepy at times. I gave The Austere Academy 4.5 stars because I just really like this one, and I gave The Miserable Mill, which, gosh, these books are just so sad. I gave this one a 3.75 or 4 stars. They're great. If you haven't read these, read them, even as an adult. I promise you'll like them. And the last middle grade book I read this month was A Hero for Wandla by Toni Zalulitsy. This is book 2 to the Wandla trilogy. This trilogy is a middle grade science fiction adventure trilogy which has full page illustrations. I've talked about this trilogy a lot on my channel because I really love it. In fact, I loved this one even more than the first one. We found a lot more about the world and how it kind of came to be. Eva 9 found out more about her past and her origin, which was really cool, and there's a lot of social commentary in this book. Like, yes, it's written for children, but there is a lot of like very societally based commentary going on in these stories, and it's just rich. Like, I just feel like anyone reading this series can get a lot from it. Again, the illustrations are stunning. I will show you an example. Just give me a second. They're just beautiful and highly detailed, and just a joy to stumble upon every time they appear. I don't know, I really love this trilogy. I gave this one a 5 out of 5 stars, just like the first one. I loved it. Can't wait to read the last one, though I'm kind of sad it's over. And the last book I read in the month of October was the Proustopia Book Club Pick of the Month this month, which I did a live show for with Sasha over on her channel, which I will leave down below. And the book we read was Hollywood Witch Hunter. This is a young adult satirical urban fantasy. Basically, it's about our main character Iris, who is a witch hunter in Hollywood. All of the characters are kind of giant inflated stereotypes. They're supposed to be over the top. Think of characters like Scream Queens. I wouldn't say this story was as effective satirically speaking as, say, a show like Scream Queens is, but it definitely was a really fun and enjoyable quick read. I kind of wanted more world building and character dimensions, but overall I I really thought it was a fun story. If you want more spoilery thoughts, the live show, we go over a lot of it, as well as we talk to the author too, which was really, really cool. I really liked that aspect. I ended up giving this book a 3 out of 5 stars. If you're curious what our book next month is, I'm really excited about it, so I'm just going to go ahead and talk about it. Sasha and I decided to read Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, which I just feel like is a perfect thing to read because it just came out. Everyone's talking about it, so let's talk about it together, okay? Alrighty guys, that is my October book haul. Let me know down below your favorite book you read this month, and I will see you guys soon with another video soon. Goodbye!